Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises and glory to the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai. I also salute the elect brothers on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth wholeheartedly and in sincerity. And I also would like to give double honors to the apostles of GMS, which have woken us up and have given us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. The title of this video is called, What About Esau? Well, there's a lot about Esau, okay? And instead of trying to explain to you, word for word what Esau is before bringing out scriptures, I'm gonna just let the word of the Most High, which the word of the Most High is Yahweh Shai, explain what this man is. Now, before I get started, I will also like to say this. Esau, when going back to the book of Genesis, the 25th chapter and the 23rd verse on down, Esau is the progenitor of you so-called white people. Okay? In that same chapter, he is called Edom. Now, when you look up the word Edom, it goes back to the Hebrew word Adawam, which means red. Why was Esau called red? Well, when you read Genesis 25 and the 25th chapter, it tells you that the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Okay? That's why Esau was called Edom, is called Edom. Because his whole body was red. Why was his whole body red? Because the blood showed forth through his body. Okay, he was the first creature to be born on this planet with no melanin, which melanin is what makes your skin brown. He was the first creature to be born on this planet with no brownness to his skin. So because he didn't have melanin, his blood was able to show forth through his body. Okay? And that's why when you look at so-called white people, if they stand out in a hot blazing sun for too long, their blood starts to show forth through their body. Okay? Their blood starts to show forth through their body. And this is why so-called white people are called red, Edom. Okay? The Edomites today are you so-called white people. And you so-called white people, y'all descend from Esau. Esau, who is called Edom. You so-called white people are descendants of Esau. That's where y'all lineage goes back to. The lineage of you so-called white people goes back to Esau. Now, with that in mind, what about Esau? Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So, now when it says soul, it's talking about a spirit. Because not everybody that look like an Edomite is an Edomite. Okay? You got Israelites that look like Edomites. You got Israelites that look like Arabs, So it is all about the spirit at the end of the day. But this video is directly targeting so-called white people whose lineage goes way back to Esau. Okay? They're around today and they're living in the best places of the world. They got the best paying jobs. Okay? They do the least amount of work and get paid the most. I've noticed that. So, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Now, the word upright means to be correct. or to be right-wise, which right-wise is where you get righteous from. Righteous, when you break it down, is actually two words, which is right-wise. Okay, eos, I believe is how you say is eos is actually short for wise. And then you got right. Okay, and to be righteous is to be right-wise in the sight of the Most High and His Son, to do what the Most High said to do. Now, when you go back to the book of Genesis, starting with Cain, was Cain right-wise in the sight of the Most High? No. The Most High said to bring your sacrifices, which were what? Sheep. Abel did that. That's what made Abel righteous, because Abel believed, he had faith. Cain, on the other hand, wanted to do his own thing. Okay? The Most High is not looking for men who want to do their own thing. He's looking for those that he see that is right in his eyes. If the Most High tells you not to eat pork, but you still do it, you're not right-wise in the eyes of the Most High. So just Habakkuk 2 and 4 alone carries a lot of weight to it. Like you take some water and you put it into a big bucket, that bucket becomes very heavy. This is simply, Habakkuk 2 and 4 is simply a big bucket of water. And let me tell you something, a big bucket of water is a lot of water. Okay? And a matter of fact, you can fill up a couple gallon of containers with a big bucket of water. And that would actually last you a week, depending on how much you eat or drink within that week. So Habakkuk 2 and 4 said that the soul Esau spirit is not right-wise in the sight of the Most High. And I'll give you some examples. Anybody who sprays chemtrails in the air is not right-wise. Who in their right mind would contaminate the same air that they have to breathe? Only the wicked would do this. Okay, somebody who is not right-wise would put pork in something that pork does not belong in. Like, for an example, putting pork in Skittles. Is that something a right-wise person would do? No. Because, and how do we know this? Because in the book of Leviticus, the 11th chapter and the 7th verse, the Most High said, and the swine, what's the swine? The swine is the pig. The Lord said this in Leviticus 11 and 7, the swine thou shalt not touch, and of his flesh shall thee not consume. It is unclean unto you. So anybody who eats a pig is not right-wise. They're not upright. This whole payment system, some people get paid every 2 weeks. I'm one of those people, I gotta wait every 2 weeks to get paid. Okay, first time I got my check, man, there was so much I wanted to get, but I couldn't get it. Why? Because I didn't get paid enough. This is this financial system is very unrighteous. It's not upright.